follow Jimmy Butler here as he sniffs out the Celtics play and sneaks in step by step closer to Williams, and as soon as the pass is thrown, he jumps on it and gets a steal, opening up the fast break and the dunk. Watch this close up. This is the look of Jimmy had 4 steals and 3 blocks in addition to his 41 points on 63% from the field. An astonishing performance leading the Heat offensively, but more impressive for me with his lockdown defense as well, in what may have been the best quarter of defense for a team this season.
So let's go deeper and break it down. There it is. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it.
In transition, Williams sets a high screen for Pritchard, who now should have an advantage on the perimeter against Deadmon. But the Heat's big man is moving great, so he forces the pass. Brown penetrates, but as we stop it right here, check out the 3 Miami defenders all over him. So now he has to pass out of it. Oladipo is already expecting that, and he's able to make the proper rotation and another pass and another back to Pritchard, who penetrates, and as we stop it right here, you see that this is the same situation from 10 seconds ago, with Oladipo helping down low but ready to rotate back in the corner. And that's exactly what happens as this phenomenal defensive sequence is crowned with a block by Victor, and this suffocating defense was the story of Game 1. Here's a similar situation but with Tatum as the ball handler. Obviously much more dangerous guy, so on the pick, immediately we see Tucker doing a great job of staying on his hip and fighting over the screen. Deadmon is in front but at the same time watching for the roll, and Jimmy is the third guy to form this wall, and of course Tatum gets rid of it. So as Brown attacks now, notice how Hero flashes from the corner, which a lot of coaches don't like to help off of the corner and leave that 3 open, but Spoelstra always uses that in his defense. Plus, Hero is quick to get back. So as we move on, Jalen sidesteps around Butler, but now Deadmon is in front with Vincent rotating down low. Jalen could maybe try to lob it over, but this all happens in the blink of an eye, so he sees Nesmith on the wing and passes there, but by the time Nesmith gets it and goes up for a shot, Gabe is already there closing out and contesting it. Another amazing defensive sequence that ends with a bad miss. And right here, notice how Jimmy Butler just glances back to confirm that there's a screen coming, so he prepares for it and steps closer to Brown, which allows him to completely avoid Tice, who admittedly did not set the greatest screen of all time. So he's in line with Jalen, and as we freeze it, you see that help from the corner once again from Tucker, and Strus comes over from the other side, trusting that Vincent is able to split the difference and guard for a potential pass to both of these guys here, which he does, as you can see. So Brown gets it to Tatum, but Butler is active and rotates, jumps high for the contest, and gets a spectacular block on Tatum as the crowd goes crazy and both him and PJ get fired up. And for a good reason. Check it out once again from this angle. Absolutely amazing. Speaking of Butler, as I mentioned in the intro, he was the catalyst for the Heat primarily with his defense, since they did trail by 8 at the half. But what followed was an avalanche, forcing a ton of live turnovers leading to fast break points as they started the third quarter on a 22-2 run. With that defense and Butler's aggressiveness on offense, it went from -8 to +12 in the blink of an eye. And as Jimmy said it himself, most of those 41 points for him came through his hard-nosed attitude and the constant attack, going at the Celtics, as you can see right here, barreling through Robert Williams and blowing him away for this finish.
I like physicality. Like, I want to run into people and see who falls down first, who's going to quit first. I think that's a style of basketball I like to play. I was 0 for 2 from 3 tonight. I want to go 0 for 0 next game because I just want to keep banging into people.
And not only that, but check out some of these unbelievably tough shots that he was able to hit to kind of prove me wrong on my exposed video from a few weeks ago. And while I had to make that since the percentages were so low throughout the season, I also have to give a special shout out to him for stepping up not just in this game but throughout the playoffs. Butler went from 21.5 points on 48% from the field and a horrific 23% from downtown during the season to almost 30 points on 53.5% from the field and a respectable almost 35% from 3. That's what you call stepping up when it matters the most. However, I'd just like to point out a small thing, just the slightest little detail. If you look at his mid-range shots, he's still around 37%, which is underwhelming to say the least for a guy that's famous for his mid-range shots and known as one of the best in the league from that area on the court. So while I do enjoy all the comments on that video saying that it doesn't age well, if you really look closely, it ages like fine wine to me. I said it then as well, that he gets the majority of his points through his sheer will and mentality to attack the basket, which I love about him, and he showed exactly that once again in this game.
Let me know in the comments what are your impressions from game 1 and who you got in this one. Also, let me know in the comments what do you think about my look, a jersey on top of a polo shirt. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out. Woo! I like this look. I like it.